Jai Jinendra, Namaste and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to solve the 88th question of the problem solving series and the 5th question of the topic linked list. The difficulty level for this question is easy and this question has been asked in Google, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, Swiggy, Uber and many other companies. Merge two sorted lists. So we are given two lists, list 1 and list 2. They are sorted, right? That means they are in increasing order. We need to merge them and the merged list should be also a sorted list. So here 1, 2, 4 and this we should do it in the same, we shouldn't create a new list or new linked list. We should do it in the same order, like we need to rearrange the links. So here 1, 2, 4 and 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, these are the two lists. So this one, this would be like this. 1 is the smallest, you can take any one, and then this one, you can point it here, this 1 to 1, and then this 2, and then this 3, and then this 4. All the elements have come here, right? How many elements are there? And then there is 4 as well, another 4. Okay, so this would be our answer. Okay, here we'll return 2. So what we have done here? So you see, this one and this one, both are equal, right? So here we say take any of them as 1, any of the starting, and then we can point this one to this. Instead of this pointing to 2, we will change the pointer to here. If we take this, you can also start from here. Okay, let's start from here only. Okay, so this one from 1 would be your beginning because they are same, and we'll point this one to here. Okay, its next would point to here. Then you see which is bigger. 2 will come, 1 and 1 has come here. Now 2 will come or 3 will come. Of course 2 will come. So this one would be pointing to 2. And then this 2 would be pointing to 3. And then this 3 could point to this one also and this one also. It's same, right? So it would point to say this one. And then this would be pointing to this one. So in this way we need to return, right? We can't create any new linked list and keep on comparing and adding it, okay? So we have already discussed what we have done here. So here in this case, there is no elements in this list, so we can directly return list 2, whatever the list 2 elements are there, right? It could be 2, 3, 4, so whatever. So then we return 2, 3, 4, okay? So one thing you understood, one edge case is that if say list 1 is equal to null in this case, then we return list 2, right? Else if list 2 is null, then we return list 1. Okay, that is sure. Now what do we do? Now how do we do this configuration? Okay, so what we can do, we can take a node here. Say let's code it and let's blend it together. Let's take a list node, say temp, okay, is equal to list 1. Okay, let's assign temp as list 1. Okay, now we see if here in this case both were same, but if list 1 starts from 2, say if it was 2 instead of 1, so we would have taken this one as our beginning point, right? So we will see if list 1 value is greater than list 2 value, right? Then what we will do, we will make temp is equal to list 1, list 2, right? We'll make temp is equal to list 2 because it is a smaller one, and we will, since we have taken list 2, so we'll move list 2 is equal to list 2 next. Okay, so that we can compare from here, right? Here this one, this 3 and this one we can make a comparison because we have taken already these 2 linked list. Okay, same we can do for else condition. Okay, if list 2 is else, directly else we can write, right? The other condition, temp would be equal to list 1 we have already given this list 1, so we don't need to write list 1. We can just move list 1 is equal to list 1 next, because we have considered, okay, if this was bigger by default, okay, so if this was bigger, or if this is same also 1 to 4, so we take that, okay, temp is list 1 only, and list 1 goes to list 1 next. Okay, now we have this. Okay, now we will traverse both of them and compare and change the links, right? How we'll do it? So we'll take another list node. Let's say we take a current QR equal to temp, and we will keep on passing this current so that at the end we can start with temp. We have the temp as the return temp. Okay, we will return temp because temp we have got the beginning of the node. Okay, now we'll traverse this current. If I keep on traversing from temp, we don't take it, we don't have the beginning point. Okay, so we have the beginning point. Now we'll traverse like this, while list 1 not equal to null, or list 2 not equal to null. Okay, and if we give and, then it would be right? If any of them is null, we need to terminate, right? Because we can't compare only. A number, list 1 would be like 100 elements and list 2 have 4 elements. So list 2 would be finished, and then whatever the elements are there, the left elements should be list 1 elements. Okay, so while list 1 not equal to null and list 2 not equal to null, we compare. If list 1 value is greater than list 2 value, right? If list 1 value is greater than list 2 value, our current next would become list 2, and we will move list 2 is equal to list 2 next, right? Correct. So here in this case, when we have got this 1 and this list 1 is here, and we are comparing 1 and 3. Okay, so the else 1 and 2. Okay, 1 and 2. This is 1. List 2 is 1. We have what we have done. List 1 is 1. Okay, here we have started. This is 1. Okay, this is 1, 2, 4. Okay, we will take another. We'll 1, 2, 4, and 1, 3, 4. Okay, we'll dry run together. So we have started with list 1. Okay, list 1 is not greater than list 2. So this condition. Okay, so this is list 1 current, and this is list 2 pointing to 3, because we have no, list 1 is equal to list 1 next. Okay, and list 2 is this one. Okay, list 2 is this one. List 2 is 1 and list 1 is here. Okay, and temp is equal to list 1, that is this one. Okay, temp is here, that means current is here. This is 1, and now this is list 2. So now this is list 1. So since list 1 value is greater than list 2, so what we will do, we will move this current next is equal to list 2. So this 1 we move the pointer to once next is this one, and then we move this list 2 to here. Okay, now else what we will do, if list 2 here in this case, in the second example, list 2 is greater than list 1, so current next would be, okay, current next is equal to list 2 is equal to list next, and this is the else case here, and current would move to current next. Okay, and will this one here, current next is equal to list 1. Okay, current next will be pointing to list 1, and then we will make list 1 is equal to list 1 next. Okay, same thing we have done, and after that we will move current to current next, so that this can move to this one was here, this moved to here 1 is pointed to 2 here, then this becomes 4. So once this becomes 4, 3 and 4 comparison is there. This one is smaller, so 2 is moved to 3, and then current also comes here. Then here this is 4, 3 and 4. List 2 moved here, and we can have the comparison. We can take this one as 4, and then once this one is 4, this one we have moved here 4, and then this one we have moved null. So this has become null. So we have one element left here, right? So whatever, if one of them becomes null, whichever is left, we will add it. So while list 1 not equal to null, if list 1 is not equal to null, then what we will do, current next is equal to list 1. Whatever the elements are left, that would go. If list 2 is not equal to null, while list 2 not equal to null, then we will make current next pointing to list 2. Once we do this, after this step, we will do this, and then we will be returning temp. There is a lack of space, but I think you have understood the solution. Okay? Please try it yourself. The link to the question is given in the description, and then come to my code walkthrough section. The time complexity would be order of n or n plus n, right? Size of this, because we are traversing both the nodes. Okay, and the space complexity is order of 1. Okay? Yeah. Here's the code walkthrough of the 80th question. Merge to sorted list in the LeetCode platform. So you can see the companies in which this question has been asked are these companies. A lot of companies this question has been asked. Let's look at the solution, what we have discussed. If list 1 is null, return list 2. If list 2 is null, return list 1. And the same logic, we take this PTR as list 1, and list 1 greater than value is greater than, then we make PTR as list 2, and we have this current, and we return PTR. Okay, and we do this comparison. Okay, so let's submit the solution. Okay, this has been accepted. See you all soon in the next video, where I'll be explaining the 81st question of the problem solving series. Jai Jinendra.